This is getting a bit too sensitive, Enzo. During a conversation with content creator Marcos Giles, when asked if there was any other city he would want to live in, midfielder Enzo Fernandez replied, "Madrid. It's a beautiful city, with weather just like Buenos Aires." Hearing this, surely many true Blues couldn't help but blurt out, "Wait, so what about London in your eyes, Mr. Vice Captain?" And why mention Madrid specifically at a time like this? When Chelsea was knocked out of the Champions League by PSG mid-month, Enzo expressed his disappointment, unable to understand the decision to part ways with manager Enzo Maresca that made the team lose its direction. He is also the center of transfer rumors, with his most potential destination being Real Madrid. Because of that, it's really hard to think that his statement about Madrid is just a pure love for the weather. "I'll be honest, if you look at it objectively, nobody really likes London weather," a fan spoke up to defend him. "The persistent drizzles and the gray skies that last for months on end are really hard to win over South Americans. But amidst the flurry of rumors, it would be more tactful to go with what another fan commented. I think for a player who lived in a tropical region like Enzo, liking the climate in Madrid is completely normal. But it would be much better if he said he liked living in Turkey or Italy." Enzo is currently Chelsea's vice captain after all. He has been with the club for over 3 years, receiving passionate love from the true Blues. The fact that a key pillar publicly praises the Spanish capital right when the season is drawing to a close causes massive confusion for the fans. And they know all too well that the day he leaves Stamford Bridge is getting very close. Even knowing that, it is still full of regrets. Just at the beginning of last month, Enzo got the fans all excited when he shared on the club's homepage about investing a lot of time into studying the play style, especially the masterful way of crashing the penalty box of the legendary Frank Lampard. Wearing the number 8 on his back, along with his stature as the best young player of the 2022 World Cup, Enzo has all the right foundations to rise up and become the club's next iconic figure. This season, Enzo ranks second on both the internal goal scoring and assist charts. His form is not bad at all, but right now, this sweet romance is about to be left unfinished. Because life isn't a dream, and because of many issues coming from the higher-ups, the 25-year-old midfielder's dissatisfaction stems from the constant shakeups on the managerial bench. The American owners decided to fire Enzo Maresca right after the draw against Bournemouth late last year. That swift decision dealt a massive psychological blow. Under the guidance of the Italian tactician, the midfielder born in 2001 finally found his inspiration again. Unlike the struggling phase where he had to drop deep during the time of Mauricio Pochettino or Graham Potter, he was pushed to play higher up the pitch, taking on the number 8 or number 10 role. The statistics clearly reflect his effectiveness, making 79 appearances and scoring 15 goals. Enzo was the very heartbeat, the playmaker who brought home the Conference League and FIFA Club World Cup titles during Maresca's era. But then, the firing order came down coldly. The relatively unknown Liam Rosenior was chosen to take over. Changing the head coach midstream immediately caused the Blues to stumble. The absolute peak of disappointment was the 2-8 thrashing against Paris Saint-Germain after 2 legs in the Champions League round of 16. In the most recent match week of the Premier League, Chelsea fell 0-3 to Everton, marking their 4th consecutive loss across all competitions. The man in the middle of it all couldn't hide his disappointment. Speaking in an interview with ESPN Argentina after the Champions League night, Enzo was straightforward. "I don't understand the firing of Maresca. Sometimes as players, there are things we don't understand about how they manage things. I don't have an answer for everyone because I truly don't know." He added more about the pain of losing a manager who truly understood him. "Obviously, that departure hurt us. We had a clear identity. He brought order. Football has its ups and downs. But in reality, we always had a clear identity in our practice and in our matches. His leaving hurt us, especially when it happened right in the middle of the season. It cut everything off." The online community immediately saw right through the issue. What rebuild? The rebuilding process has officially failed. The kid has been struggling for the past few years through so many different managers, and the best years of his playing career are almost running out. Even if he wants to leave, you really can't blame him, one fan defended. If the weather is nice, he praises the nice weather. He isn't praising the other team, so there is nothing to worry about. Just take it at face value. Why overthink it? If it were me at a team that changes its manager every few months, I would want to leave too. He wants to build the team up, but if he has to constantly change his football philosophy to fit a new manager every few months, how is he supposed to play? Another person explained. The fans are absolutely right. Patience has its limits. No top-tier star can maintain their peak form when they have to get used to a completely new coaching style every few months. And this is when we uncover the true nature of the issue. The root cause of all the trouble lies in the leadership board. The Blue Co. organization, led by Baydad Iqbali and Todd Bailey, is running the club through cold, hard spreadsheets. They thoroughly apply the private equity fund model to the sporting aspect. Their approach follows a fixed formula. Scout young players who possess massive development potential. Tie them down with long-term contracts in order to protect their asset value. Put them into their connected network. Wait for them to shine, and then sell them off to make a profit. As a consequence, the team's squad turnover rate has reached an unprecedented level in the history of English football. The American owners have commercialized player talent to an almost extreme degree. Their ultimate goal is to turn the buying and selling of players into a core revenue stream, ranking right alongside ticket sales, commercial deals, and even TV broadcasting rights. Sports finance lecturer Kieran Maguire from the University of Liverpool broke down the root of the matter. Chelsea's approach to contracts puts all the benefits up front. It protects the player's value. If he had only signed a 5-year contract, the club would have to pay a massive amount of money to convince him to extend. Chelsea still holds the upper hand in negotiations. On the other hand, across Europe right now, there are only a few powerhouses with enough financial capability to sign Enzo, typically Paris Saint-Germain, Bayern Munich, or Real Madrid. The expert concluded, "The heads of Blue Co. do not carry the soul of a fan. They do not care what selling a pillar of the team reflects about emotions or the direction of professional development, as long as they can justify that decision with pretty financial numbers." So it is clear the owner's spreadsheet is missing a crucial data column named football culture. They do not seem to fully understand that a team does not operate like a tech corporation in Silicon Valley. You cannot just throw 30 players into the same locker room, constantly change 5 coaches in a short period of time, and expect them to play cohesively. This lack of cultural understanding creates an environment full of pressure and insecurity. Players step onto the field, but their minds are constantly surrounded by a series of question marks about their future. The inevitable consequence is that a wave of departures is starting to brew. A prime example is the attacking star Cole Palmer, who is also appearing heavily in the headlines regarding transfer rumors. Recent reports reveal that he is feeling homesick for his hometown of Manchester and has caught the eye of United with a price tag falling anywhere around £120 million to £150 million.